Keep going round and round. Probably getting a sweep of our phones. There he is. This is like a little gnat circling around looking for some blood. Foxtrot Oscar. I think you know what I'm talking about. There are police walking around the campsite. They're not content with the eye in the sky. You've got people in uniform walking around going, "Excuse me, sir. You're not a terrorist, are you? I think you might be a terrorist." Anyway, they're over there. "Excuse me, are you a terrorist?" "No, it's alright then. Have a good day." It's definitely a setup. Back there, there's cameras, all that kind of malarkey. There's one here as well. So, it's still only about 8:30 in the morning, Bilderberg. Still fairly quiet. There's a few photographers, a few video cameras around, people being interviewed.
I call Bilderberg the privatization of government itself. That's what it is. This is privatization of government. They've privatized everything else, water, food, money, the creation of money, which drains more money out of the economy through interest than is put into the economy.
Big European bank said he would talk to us if some of the other participants agreed to talk to us. That didn't happen. That's clearly something that many of them feel would contravene the sort of secret spirit, the off-the-record spirit of the conference.
They've got the nice police sign there, "Stay behind barrier. Stay behind barrier. You must." And they're all up there somewhere, having caviar, champagne, laughing at the crimes against humanity, and we just stay behind the barrier. So, still here at the Grove Hotel, and it's a lot of waiting around. I think we've seen one notable car in the last hour, and somebody shouted "scum." Didn't exactly see who it was, but probably a Bilderberger, blacked out windows. Yeah, just gotta wait, keep waiting, see what occurs.
There's nowhere in that one, James.
Important to remember, Jim Tucker, and that's what I'll talk about in my speech, is that everything we do today just continues to live on, so Jim's not dead. And Westbrook Pregler, you can always talk about a fella back 20 years before him, who was a big syndicated columnist, who discovered one of the meetings in Georgia and wanted to know what it was and was told to shut up. He couldn't believe that the media didn't know about it, and then when he talked about it, they said, "Shut up doesn't exist." So we're like, "No, it does exist." It's like a mafia meeting. And that's all this is a mafia meeting.
Alex, you got that iPhone 5, I'll shoot the video with that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's better. Great, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, mine.
I don't really talk too much about the whole thing. I'm happy to see some comments talking about it.
Cheers, Alex. The pleasure to meet you.
That's what you knew all over.
Hey.
said you weren't doing this.
Give us a win! Give us a win! Roger to 1984.
How are you good?
What is the Bilderberg Group in one simple phrase?
Satanists.
Okay, what is the Bilderberg Group in one simple phrase?
Control freak wankers.
What is the Bilderberg Group in one simple phrase?
The Bilderberg Group, in my humble opinion, is a hybrid think tank lobby group which unites big business, academia and politics in a single policy forming organisation.
What is the Bilderberg Group in one simple phrase?
Killers.
What is the Bilderberg Group in one simple phrase?
Oh wow, that's a tough one. What is the Bilderberg Group in one simple phrase? Gosh, you're gonna have to let me think about that.
What is the Bilderberg Group in one simple phrase?
The devil incarnate.
What is the Bilderberg Group in one simple phrase?
Bilderberg Group is an initiation ceremony for the narcissistic, psychopathic, intraspecies predators.
What is the Bilderberg Group in one phrase?
People give me loads of stuff, I end up...
Shadow government.
What is the Bilderberg Group in one phrase?
What is the Bilderberg Group in one phrase? One phrase. Needless.
What is the Bilderberg Group in one phrase? What is the Bilderberg Group to you in one phrase?
Well, when you look up there and you see what you think about what it is, and the way.
What is the Bilderberg Group to you?
I don't really know.
You don't really know.
I don't really know. It's obviously a gathering of powerful people.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't know the truth.
What is the Bilderberg Group in one simple phrase?
Cunts.
Social engineers.
Social engineers.
No, they're
Fantastic.
not. They're cunts.
What I want to talk to you about today is power, conspiracy, and structural flaws within our political economy. It is a kleptocracy. Now, there was a report brought out in October 11, published in the New Scientist, which said that it looked at 40,060 transnational corporations. And it looked at the ownership structures and the directors, common directors. And what they discovered was there's 147 super entities that control 40% of that 40,060 transnational corporations. So effectively, they rule the world of commerce. They also own politics. Policy is not made at national government level, it's made at supranational level at places like Bilderberg.
This turnout is incredible so far, and really, this is a true testament to just how far we've come when it comes to exposing the Bilderberg Group. And the point I wanted to make about 2006 is back then, there was literally only about 10 protesters there. And just look how far we've come now with the thousands of people here. It's absolutely incredible. So I would just encourage everybody to take this amazing energy that we're getting from this crowd here today, take that with you when you leave here, and continue to expose Bilderberg. And when we do that, we can eventually begin the crash of this pyramidal structure when enough of us step outside of this system. So.
Now, I'm here to offer you a solution. The reason why they're up there believing they have power over us is because we have handed over to them the power of our money supply. Well, in 1914, and I didn't know this, and I've been researching this for some time, I was given a tip-off by an insider in the Bank of England. He said, if you want to sort out the British money supply, if you want to sort out the British economy and get people working, to get people industrious again, to get our country back off its knees, very simple, restore the Bradbury Pound. Now, some of you may not know what the Bradbury Pound is. We've got these leaflets going round, and the headline is, grab the Bilderbergers by the Bradburys and collapse the debt-creating bankers. It's very simple. In 1914, Lloyd George got an act through Parliament in 3 days for basically the country to start issuing its own money through the Treasury based on the wealth of the country. Today, our country is valued by the Office of National Statistics as being something like £24 trillion. We have got 14 months to bring back the Bradbury. Now, when we do it, every country in the world is going to do the same. And what will that do to our friends up there? They have no control. They're going to be like the Wizard of Oz. They've got nothing. Go online, look up the Bradbury Pound, go on to ukcolumn.org, British Constitution Group and other sites now who are promoting the Bradbury.
No matter what happens, no matter what they decide, no matter what obstacles we face in our life, never, ever forget that the truth is within all of us, and our lives, our future, are decided by our actions, not their actions. I should probably put on my video glasses. This would be a cool video. Sorry.
You're able to actually free somebody with information, and then the more information gatherers we have, the more investigators we have, the better society and humanity will be, because information is power, and the more powerful we are, the less powerful they are. All right, scream out a question, but please make it a precise question, and let me know if I gotta go.
Hey!
Hurry up, come on, go ahead.
Go on. What is the Bilderberg Group in one simple phrase?
What is the Bilderberg Group in one simple phrase?
It's a constant.
That's a hard question.
An everlasting autocratic group.
Pathetic, slimy cowards who are not even human and have no humanity or spirit inside of them.
Absolutely incredible seeing you all here in a designated press area within the grounds of the Bilderberg conference. And I just thought I'd put it in a little bit of context from my own personal experiences, quite how extraordinary it is for me to look down and see this, and to see cameras everywhere, and to have seen Sky News and Channel 4 News and the BBC and the Times and the Associated Press and Reuters all here, all reporting on the Bilderberg conference. I want you to imagine what it was like in 2009 in Vuliakmeni. Absolutely no press, very few people. I say no press, there were a few bloggers, some independent journalists, but barely more than a dozen. And now we come to today, and it's just the difference is staggering. And I think that difference is due entirely to the alternative media, because the mainstream media has found it incredibly difficult to talk about Bilderberg. It just hasn't had the intellectual ability to address it.
When I came across these guys, alarm bells rang. And alarm bells rang for one main reason, and that's because I discovered the first chairman, Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands, that's from 1954 up into the mid-1970s, had been an SS officer before World War II. He joined the SS. So Bilderberg in its first 20 years was being chaired by a former SS officer. This immediately rang alarm bells for me, as I'm sure it does for many people who haven't been told that, and also other journalists.
Paedophilia is controlling world politics via blackmail. Got it? Jimmy Savile was a devil. We got one up there as well. Kenneth Clark, a nonce, a paedophile. Leon Britton, There's loads of them. You could go on and on and on and on, but we're not doing anything about it. It's controlling bankers. It's controlling army. Jimmy Savile was going to Margaret Thatcher's, I think it was 13 consecutive Christmases at Chequers, because he was updating her on all the paedophiles, the powerful ones, and then she put their arms up their backs and controlled it. Why didn't anybody ever question Margaret Thatcher?
I have been on the run for 7 days. I have lived in many houses, on boats, on coaches, travelling around the country to get here today to tell you this message, that Ken Clarke is going to find himself in a court whether he likes it or not. When they came out and said that Jimmy Savile was the only person in the BBC who was a paedophile, I said, I was a child actor in the BBC. There's loads of paedophiles. Children's BBC are run by paedophiles. You go to auditions and they say, take your top off. You know, can you pretend to lick an ice cream? That's how they do it. And it's all done through agents and casting directors. And then I came out and said, well, it's the wider industry. And that got put into the Daily Express. And then I said, not only that, but when I met Kenneth Clarke, when I was working for the Cook Report as an investigative journalist many years later, I was 18 years old. The producer of the programme said, look, can you say you're 15 to grease the wheels against these guys? Because they knew that young boys hung around with these businessmen and they wanted to get in with them. So I said to Ken Clarke when I met him, I'm 15 years old. And what did he do? Yeah, groped me, sexually assaulted me.
I think to have 130 of the world's, or certainly the Western world's finance capitalist leaders meeting together in a situation of complete blackout and utter secrecy is an outrage to democracy. But let us be clear, democracy in our civilization is on the slide. It isn't the democracy that we knew 40, 50 years ago. It's very different. We've already had in the Eurozone 2 technocratic prime ministers replacing democratic prime ministers in Italy and Greece. And now we have the leaders, much more than the political leaders, the real leaders of Western finance capitalism, meeting there with no agenda, no report on the proceedings, no communique, and no report to Parliament, as far as I know. And that's why I have put down a request to the Speaker of the House of Commons that a statement be made by the Chancellor of the Exchequer or the Prime Minister, both of whom are attending this conference. They're not attending in a personal capacity, they're attending in an official capacity. And on that basis, they should report to Parliament. And we are demanding that.
I think the best thing that you can do to understand the world and to understand yourself is to realize it ain't you that's mad, it's the world we live in and it's the people who run it. That's when the penny drops, because what we've got is a situation where insanity has become normal. And this is how it happens. You're born into a madhouse, but you're told it's sane. You grow up in a madhouse. There's nothing that you ever see that isn't in the madhouse. And so to you, madness is normal. And when someone comes along and says, this ain't normal, this is madness, they say, you're bloody mad. And you know, the mainstream media, you know, bless their cotton socks, are going to have to come to terms very soon with a simple fact, that the person they abused and ridiculed for nearly a quarter of a century was the one who was sane, and the world they believe in is what is insane. Once we realize that dynamic, the world starts to make sense. over there is a hotel full of war criminals, parasites, right? Etc. Bankers, need I say more? I think I pronounced it correctly. And the police are protecting them from us. Police, you should be protecting us from them. What are you doing?
The globalists absolutely are angry today to know the shadow government and the periscope of their subterranean world tyranny that has popped up just a few hundred yards away from us, the Bilderberg group. They have fought for 60 years to maintain their secrecy, and they have threatened their reporters and their media institutions all over the world that they would be fired if they ever even wrote the words Bilderberg. And now all of us together and the real media have forced this out in the open. And I'm here to tell you without a shadow of a doubt, today is the true beginning of the fall of the Bilderberg group. Today is just the beginning. Today is just the beginning of the fall of the dinosaur deception media. And today can truly be marked as one of the key points on the map of history of when humanity rose up and the sleeping giant prepared to defeat the globalists. And just look at this image, look at this scene. We have crashed their mafia eugenics proto-Nazi party.
I'm the line no one takes time to trace. They'll never find my hiding place, cause I'm the face behind the face. Annihilate my wire-caged hired slaves for higher stakes, cause I'm the face, but I am pandemonium. Hearts as black as Iraq petroleum / opium seeds. While the mothers of slaughtered soldiers openly grieve, I stay paid off weapons deals, still holding the wreath. Pockets bulging trade receipts while disengaging naval fleets. Statements leak in vain, they seeking maize to eat. I'm paid while claiming corn and grain depletes. All hail and give praise to me. Is the abomination an abomination when they abomination on invasions? As if my occupation's occupation. I'm not the one that's funding wars, nah. I'm paper printed, stuffed indoors, stuffing in the cupboard floors. Wind, smoke, and nothing more. Am I here or an idea? A chimera or fine air? I'm the line no one takes time to trace. They'll never find my hiding place, cause I'm the face behind the face. Annihilate my wire-caged hired slaves for higher stakes, cause I'm the face. Thank you very much. Thank you.